Imagine a seemingly normal man, quiet and polite, living in your neighborhood. A man who, on the surface, appears to be nothing more than a regular citizen. But behind closed doors, he is one of the most terrifying serial killers in history. Today, we dive into the chilling story of Jeffrey Dahmer, also known as the Milwaukee Monster, whose crimes shocked the world. Are you ready to hear the details of one of the darkest criminal cases in history? Welcome to Criminal Mysteries. Here, we explore the most gruesome and mysterious criminal cases from around the world. If you're a fan of real-life crime stories, make sure to subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon, and join us on this chilling journey. Jeffrey Dahmer was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in 1960. He came from a seemingly normal family, but from a young age, he showed signs of disturbing behavior. He developed a fascination with dead animals and eventually began to experiment with them. This obsession grew darker over the years, eventually leading him to commit his first murder in 1978. Dahmer's first victim, Stephen Hicks, was a 19-year-old man whom Dahmer lured to his apartment with promises of alcohol. After striking him over the head with a dumbbell, Dahmer killed Hicks and dismembered his body, later destroying the remains by burning them. This was just the beginning of Dahmer's killing spree. From 1987 to 1991, Dahmer went on to murder at least 17 young men. He carefully selected his victims, often targeting vulnerable men, and lured them into his apartment with promises of money, alcohol, or even a chance to take photos. Once inside, Dahmer drugged his victims and, after rendering them unconscious, proceeded to strangle or suffocate them. What made Dahmer's crimes even more horrifying were his post-murder activities. After killing his victims, he would dismember their bodies, keeping some parts as trophies. Dahmer had a chilling fascination with body parts and even ate parts of his victims. He kept their remains in his apartment, sometimes storing them in his refrigerator or freezer. In 1991, Dahmer made a fatal mistake. One of his intended victims, Tracy Edwards, managed to escape from Dahmer's apartment and flagged down 2 police officers. Edwards was handcuffed and bloodied but alive, and his frantic escape led police to Dahmer's apartment. When officers arrived, they initially saw nothing out of the ordinary, but a thorough search of the apartment revealed the horrors Dahmer had been hiding. Inside his refrigerator, they found human body parts, and photographs of dismembered victims littered the apartment. A barrel of acid used to dissolve the remains of his victims was also discovered. Dahmer was arrested and taken into custody, where he later confessed to the murders in graphic detail. He explained that he had killed to satisfy his need to control his victims and keep them with him forever. His confession also revealed the grotesque details of his cannibalistic tendencies, which further horrified the public and investigators. In 1992, Dahmer was convicted of 15 counts of murder and sentenced to 15 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole. Despite his conviction, Dahmer's story did not end in prison. In 1994, while serving his sentence in the Columbia Correctional Institution, Dahmer was killed by a fellow inmate, Christopher Scarver. Dahmer's brutal end came at the hands of someone who would later claim that he had killed Dahmer because of his crimes. Jeffrey Dahmer's case remains one of the most chilling and disturbing criminal stories ever told. His ability to hide in plain sight, along with the grotesque nature of his crimes, left an indelible mark on the history of criminal investigations. If this story left you shocked and thinking about the true darkness behind human nature, make sure to subscribe to Criminal Mysteries. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video, and don't forget to like this video to show your support. Leave your thoughts on this case in the comments. Do you think Dahmer's crimes could have been stopped sooner? Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more terrifying real-life crime stories.